name's Jeff Nichols, and I'm actually retired from Columbia Police Department. I spent a career here in the investigative unit, and so doing composite sketching and facial reconstruction was part of what I did as an investigator. We don't do a lot of them, but occasionally there's a case that comes along where the investigators decide, hey, I think we have a witness or we have a victim who can recall information and details about the suspect's face, and maybe a composite sketch would help. And drawings are simply a tool. Very few cases that I know of are made from the composite sketch alone. So hopefully it can be used to narrow down a specific individual as a suspect, and then DNA can be used, or fingerprints, or additional evidence can be collected, and therefore, or maybe the individual is interviewed and confesses to the crime. So that's really the purpose behind a composite sketch. It's just part of a bigger puzzle, in solving a case. You usually get started by just finding a place that's comfortable for the victim or the witness, and we go over what they saw, and we really want them to try to relive the events in their minds so they can revisit those details that they saw mentally. After we've done that, then I have a worksheet that I use to go down through specifics about head shape, race, hair, hairstyle, hair color, facial hair, tattoos, facial piercings. Once I establish the head shape, then I have small templates. This one, for example, is for a more rounded head, head shape. I have one here that's more of an oval head shape. So we start with that, and we build off of that. And this is my drawing board, and I use a piece of vellum, which it's like tracing paper, and I put the head shape in place, and then I start to build off of the head shape as far as the eyes, the nose, the mouth. And then we talk about eyebrows and the hairstyle and hair length and facial hair. I like to keep the witness or victim sitting off to my side just a little bit, to where they can observe what I'm doing, and then once I complete a feature, I let them take a look at that. They say, yes, that looks great, or no, we need to change that a little bit. Eventually, once we get to the point that they feel very comfortable with the overall composite, then I have them rate it on a 1 to 10 scale. What would you say where would this fall? And if it's a 7, 8 in that range, I'm fairly comfortable with that. If they say, well, probably a 3 or 4, then we need to do some more work. I'm drawing the composite, but it's really the witness or the victim who's the artist, because they actually sign the sketch once we're finished. And so that is, something a lot of people think about is, well, you're the sketch artist. Well, I do the sketches, but the victim or witness is really a sketch artist. There's usually features that are fairly accurate. This is a fairly sketchy rendering, right? Okay. And there's software now that we can use to generate an almost photorealistic image, right? And so how you or the viewer interprets a photorealistic image compared to a sketchy image can vary. There's arguments that a photorealistic image is better. there are arguments that a sketchy looking image is better, because when we look at a photograph, we seem to think that it's an absolute. So there's a concern that viewers get caught up in looking at those and going, wow, I don't know that person. They've got a picture of them, right? Well, it's not a picture. It's not an exact replication. However, when you look at a sketchy image, your mind interprets that different. Your mind is pretty smart, right? So it automatically knows this is not a photograph. It's just a sketchy image. And so you start to think about various individuals that could resemble this sketch. And so it broadens the possibilities. And that's actually what we want to do.